Hi everyone, it's Retro Looker, and today we are doing an unboxing video. Now, as usual, you're probably wondering why my face looks like this. Not like this, but the face paint. So tomorrow is a very special day because Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be gracing stores and homes across the planet. Now, I've been very lucky because I've managed to get some of the things I bought a little early. So we're going to be unboxing them today on the channel. Now I have these three cool boxes here, and one is the collector's edition and the other two I will leave as a surprise for later in the video. So yeah, it seems like we've been waiting for this for quite a long time, and if you're here because you subscribed because of my Assassin's Creed Valhalla reaction trailer, then I just want to say, thank you for sticking around for this moment. And we're going to be playing the game on the channel as well. We're not just unboxing, we'll be playing the game later, so make sure you stay tuned for that as well. And, the trailer, this game is really quite special to me, and the trailer hit me quite hard, I guess. If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out now. I will leave a link for that. But it hit me quite hard, and I cried, is the only simple way of putting it. And people asked me, and they said, "Why'd you cry, bro?" And I'm like, I don't know what came over me. It was very well done. That's all I can say. The visual imagery, the music, the thoughts and feelings were just so overwhelming that it was very emotional to me, and it hit me really hard. And it's like, I'm English, I'm from England, and Valhalla is mainly set in England, so I'm really looking forward to it. I might get to see some landmarks I know, I may even get to see my own county that I live in. I don't know at this point, but I'm very excited about that. And a lot of people were very, very kind on that video, and, and a lot of people were fucking dickheads, I'll be honest. People called me a faggot and a gay boy and a sissy and all that other bullshit, but who gives a shit about that? Some people were so kind, and one of the comments that absolutely stuck with me and freaked me out in a way, somebody said to me that what I was feeling, it wasn't new, and they said that I was reliving memories that I'd had from a past life or something, and it stuck with me so hard that I can't remember the exact words, but it is Assassin's Creed all over, that we have ancestors and they could have been Vikings or Templars or Assassins or anything like that, and that's really cool to me. I'm English, I could have Anglo-Saxon or Viking ancestors somewhere down the line, and my last name, I'm not going to tell you my last name because that's weird, but my last name suggests that the history of my ancestors was somewhere in archery. My last name is not Archer, but my last name suggests that my ancestors were somewhat involved either in bow crafting or archery or something along those lines, and to me that is really interesting, and I've always found that fascinating. So maybe there is some Viking blood in me somewhere. So let's not chat any more shit. Let's dive right in and look at it. I'm going to unbox them in the order that I think they're supposed to go in. So we're going to unbox the collector's edition first, and it's been so long that I can't actually remember what comes in the collector's edition, but I bought these directly from Ubisoft. I usually buy these things from Game, but Game didn't have the exclusive on this for once. So we had to go directly to Ubisoft to get all these things. And the collector's edition was £180, if I remember correctly. Which, as far as collector's edition goes, it wasn't a bad price, It's about right. Anywhere from, £150 to £200, I would class as a decent price for a collector's edition. Anything over that, like the Resident Evil collector's editions, they were sort of pushing my boundaries, and I didn't get those because they were a little too much money for my liking, but they were good collector's editions. I would have got them if the money was justified. So, yeah, this is the collector's edition. That's just my receipt from Ubisoft, and what shall I say? I'd expect the box to be a bit bigger. Ooh, in all honesty. Okay, so this is the box. I left it onto my knee. I believe I've got some pre-order downloadable bonuses as well, which I haven't looked at yet. So, opening the top straight away, we have the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Ultimate Edition, including the full game, the Season Pass, and the Ultimate Pack. And that is a... this is also really interesting as well. A lot of people, I won't say whinged at me, a lot of people brought up the fact that there's no point in getting this game because the PS5 is out next week, and they want to wait to get it to the PS5, and I fully respect that. But one thing I absolutely respect Ubisoft for, and a good couple of companies are doing this, as you can see there, it says PS5 upgrade available. So basically, I've got the collector's edition on PS4 on disc, but Ubisoft have very kindly said you can upgrade to PS5 for free digitally when it comes out, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So thank you, Ubisoft, for not being a dickhead about, you know, it's like, it'd be so easy to not do it because they'll make their money again, you know. I originally had Black Flag on PS3, and then I bought it again for PS4 because I enjoyed it so much. So, here we have a little, like, coin pouch thing. I really like this. It's got a little, the new Assassin's logo on the bag there. I really like that. And inside, like I said, I can't remember what is supposed to be in this collector's edition at all. Oh, that's cool. We've got a little... Let me move this out of the way. We've got like a little... It's supposed to be wood, but it's not, obviously. It's just plastic. It says Ubisoft on the bottom there. And it's like a little carved Eivor out of wood, but it's plastic. And he's got the little raven on his shoulder. It's very well detailed. I really like that. That is a nice touch. And I'm glad we get a proper statue as well, because it's all too tempting for these companies to make this into the statue and have it about 6 inches or whatever, but that's a nice little touch that I'd say wasn't necessary for the edition, but I'm glad they put it in, definitely. So we then have a shitty little bit of plastic that we'll throw out the way, and then, oh, okay. I thought that was like an art book, but bear with me. Here we go. Okay, let's get this out of the way. So, the box is very nice. Let's move some of these. Right. The box is very cool. I like this. Now, if I had the space, I would always display these boxes as well as the figure, but I don't have the room. So the box will unfortunately be going up in the loft, but the box is really cool. It's like a nice matte or silk, sort of black, and then the Assassin's logo on the front is in like gloss. I don't know if you can see that. That's very cool. We've got Assassin's Creed Valhalla Collector's Edition. Around the side we've got that logo again, and I haven't seen this yet, but we've only seen this logo so far, but the eagles, the ravens in this case, or crows, are a really nice touch. They'll be ravens, not crows. There we go. They're really nice. I like them. And on the back we've got the big raven there with the little Assassin's logo in the middle there, and I really like that. I was meant to get this as a tattoo before the release to help celebrate. Assassin's Creed is one of my favourite franchises, and I'm more than happy to celebrate it in that way. But with the lockdown and the coronavirus and everything, you know, tattoo shops just haven't been open. I haven't had a tattoo in many, many months, which is fine because I can treat myself to things like this in the lockdown at this time, because we in England have just gone into second lockdown, and yeah, good job I've got Assassin's Creed Valhalla, PS5, lots of things going on to keep me occupied while that's happening. So let's open up the box, shall we? Now, there was 2 collector's editions. There was the one I got, and there was another one. Now, they're the same, but they come with a different statue. Now, like I said, I would have got this from Game, but they didn't have the exclusive, so I had to go directly to Ubisoft for it. And I was more than happy to do so, but this was the only one that was out at the time. And I'll wait for as a surprise to show you which one it is, but then later on they released the other one. So, the Steelbook is absolutely beautiful. I love that. Again, sort of a silk background with all these like old school like carvings, and there are no runes on there, but very beautiful. And then the Assassin's logo is in glass again. Got Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the side, and then on the back we've got a little Ubisoft logo and the Raven in glass as well. That is very beautiful. Inside, the game is not present because it's in the plastic case still, but we've got these really nice repeated background textures, which, if I remember rightly, they did a limited edition Assassin's Creed high top shoe that I really wanted, but I couldn't justify the money. I love, I say I love shoes, I wear shoes, and I like collector's edition shoes, I like rare shoes. I have a couple of pairs of different shoes, I make some shoes myself for certain franchises, but if you're gonna wear them, they're gonna get knackered, you're gonna have to throw them out one day, and if you're not wearing them, then it's almost a waste, because you don't display them or anything. But I believe this is the pattern that was on the shoe that they made especially for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they only made so many of them as well, so they're like limited edition. But Steelbook, absolutely beautiful. One of my favourite looking Steelbooks, I think, to this day. So let's get that out of the way now. Here we have the selected game soundtrack. Now, I'll be honest, they don't have names either, they're all sort of crossed out. So none of them actually have names at this time, but I imagine that's due to maybe giving the storyline away somewhat. So they don't have names, but there's 14 tracks on here, and to be honest, I'm probably never gonna listen to this on its own, but if I wanted to, I'm sure it's on Spotify or YouTube, but I'm sure the soundtrack, compared to what we heard in the trailer, is going to be absolutely, breathtaking and, a delight for the ears. So, another shitty piece of plastic, get that out of the way. Now, this is what any crowning part of any collector's edition about, and if a collector's edition doesn't have a statue, then it might as well not be a collector's edition. So, firstly, I'll get this out. This looks to be an art print. Let's open it up, shall we? It's numbered, so this is number 61,381, and I'm curious to what this is. Like I said, I can't remember what it seems so long ago now that I can't actually remember what the collector's edition came with apart from the statue. So let's get that out of the way. So we have there we go. I believe it's a nice art print, and it's of the Viking longboats. Like I said, number 61,381, and I don't know how many of the collector's edition they made. Maybe 100,000 units, I don't know. Then we have this really nice envelope with the Assassin's Creed logo on and the two little ravens off to the side. On the back we have a nice little Assassin's Creed Valhalla logo there as well. So let's open this up and see what it says. Okay, it's some like little postcards and things. Ooh, interesting. Okay, it's some little postcard sort of thing, little art prints. Yeah, cool. All right. I swear I know where this castle is. I may be wrong. There are a couple things in England that look like this, but I swear I've seen this. I might be wrong. Very beautiful. And it says a name on the back. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but I'll be honest, I don't know who that is. Is that someone in the game? Is it the artist of the card? I'll have a look on the back of the others as well. This one has a very beautiful scene on which shows Eivor and some of the villages as well, or a battle, I can't decide. Very cool. And this one is possibly in Norway or somewhere the likes. Yeah, I imagine it's the artist on the back. This one is the longboats, possibly leaving Norway for England, breaking through the ice there. And if something I noticed is we can sort of piece, can we? I thought we could like piece the cards together, but maybe not. It just looks like we can. There are some like little logos on the back there that sort of go together. Nice little logos down there. That's very cool. I like that. That's a nice touch. I mean, I probably won't display them, but I do like them. They're cool. Let's get them away. To be honest, I'll probably just end up going back in the box, and the box will go away. Just because... Oh, no, I know where I'll put them, actually. Very cool. I have one of the other collector's editions that I have for an Assassin's Creed. I can't remember which one it's from. I think it may be like Brotherhood or something. And it came with this like really cool like Assassin's box. And I keep all of my stuff in there. So like the soundtracks and the little art books and things like this. So I've definitely put that in there. Because once every now and again, it is nice to get the stuff out and have a look at it. And, you know, but I never display them because there's never anywhere. I don't have any room. My house is full of shit like this. As you can see from the background, I'm very maximalist. So, on to the crowning achievement of any collector's edition, the statue. So, as you can see, this collector's edition comes with female Eivor. Now, like I said, this was the only one they did when I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it on like the day it came out, and this was the only one they had. It wasn't until later on that they released another edition with Male Eivor Statue. So I think though this is a more impressive statue than the Male Eivor one, because oh, there's some tape on it. I believe this is a more impressive statue than the Male Eivor, because if you've seen the Male Eivor statue, he's just sort of stood. But this one is sort of a lot more impressive to look at visually, because I'll have to show you in a second, but you've got female Eivor and you've got the boat, the bulkhead of the boat. There we go. There we go. Let's get that out of the way. Let's put my knife back down before I slice my hand. So, this is very cool. Wow. Okay, so we've got the raven, which it all pieces together. We've got a very cool axe as well. So, the axe will obviously go... Please don't break anything. I'm so clumsy with stuff, like I'll just break it and then be pissed about it for the rest of the time. So the axe goes very nicely in her hand there. With these statues as well, there's always bits that move. Oh, there we go, that's where the raven goes. On the top there. Very cool, just slot that in. Okay, there we have it. Very cool statue. I mean, Ubisoft statues for me are like hit or miss. And it's like, I find the smaller ones they do, such as Far Cry 4, the Assassin's Creed Syndicate and Unity, those statues were a little on the smaller side. And I think when they go smaller, they suffer with the details. But the bigger statues they do, like Odyssey, Origins, Black Flag, Far Cry 5, they're a little bigger, and they do much better on the detail when they're bigger in size. And this is a smaller one, but the detail is good. I'm very pleased with the detail. So, like I said, we have female Eivor, and she stood on... I don't think it's supposed to be a... maybe it is. I was gonna say, I don't think it's supposed to be a shipwreck. It's probably just, you know, the front of her ship. And the detail is amazing. You know, we've got in a little cape or undergarments here, the attention to detail on the, what are they called? The little, they're not runes, the patterns. And we got the patterns up the side of the boat. The wood grain detail is very nice. The texture on her, I can't remember what these are called, a little cape thing. The badge on the front there. Shield detail is very good. Even the detail in her hair. And even the little things as well, like inside her mouth, her teeth, her tattoo on the side of her head. I can't decide whether that's a, oh, it's a, see, it's a little loose. It's not loose, it's just, it does move a bit. I can't decide whether that's like a blemish on her neck there, or it's supposed to be a scar. But, yeah, little hidden blade there as well. The eagle, fuck's sake. The raven is very well detailed as well. This is a good collector's edition. I'm very happy with the level of detail, just on the belts, the buckles, even around the back, you know, underneath, the soles of the feet even are very, they're not that textured, but as far as Vikings are concerned, I doubt they'd have grip on the soles of their feet, but all very cool. You know, the pants are very textured, everything is just very perfect. A tiny bit of glue there where they've glued the head to the body, but other than that, you know, it's very cool, and I can't wait to display this. I can't wait to play the game. You know, let me know in the comments, are you going to be playing as male Eivor or female Eivor? Because in Odyssey, I think Cassandra was supposed to be the main protagonist, but they had concerns that no one would buy the game because you're being forced to play as a woman, yada yada yada, bullshit. Cassandra was my favourite, and Alexios had the personality of a bag of rocks, in my opinion. You know, and I enjoyed Odyssey, but it took me a while to get going. So, that is the collector's edition, and I absolutely love it. But I wasn't satisfied, because I wanted more. And I'm glad they did it as a standalone and not just another collector's edition, because not everybody's going to buy two collector's editions just for two different versions of the statue. So, I'm gonna unbox this in the order I think it is. If it's not, I'll have to open the other one first. But this is hopefully as impressive as the other one. But one of the other things I bought was, again, I don't know if I've unboxed the right thing here. Jesus. Fuck it up. So, here we go. So, as well as the collector's edition, I also bought the Male Eivor standalone statue, which, you know, they did an edition in the collector's edition with this, and then you could buy this as a standalone, or they did the collector's edition with female Eivor, and you could buy Male Eivor as a standalone. So, I bought this as a standalone. Now, I said the collector's edition was £180, and the Male Eivor statue was £50, I believe. And that's not a terrible price for a standalone, you know. I would prefer about 40, but you know, I don't mind. So we have a Raider tattoo set, and I like that about in the game that you can like customize the hair and the beard and like the tattoos and stuff. So in the Male Eivor standalone, you get a tattoo kit for the game. That is very cool. I like the customizable elements of the game, that you can change it up a little bit, and not everybody will have, you know, the same, because everyone has different tastes and stuff. So inside the box, I don't know if you can see, there's like a little backdrop there. I like that. I think in the game though, I think I'll be maybe playing as Male Eivor, but someone said to me the other day you can chop and change as you see fit, so I like that you can change throughout playing if you feel like a change of pace, because it will be nice to experience both characters without having to play the game twice, whereas Odyssey didn't have that luxury. You would either have to start a new game if you felt like changing protagonist halfway through. And I'm glad I chose Cassandra to play with, because I couldn't imagine playing as Alexios for the entire game. Okay, so let's get this plastic off there. Right. What I like about this as well, and this is not lazy at all, is we get the axe out straight away, and it's not even the same axe as female Eivor has. It is slightly different. So let's get that out. Right. Again, let's put the axe in first, shall we? The one problem I have with these statues is, like, the grip on the character is already tightly wound, and I sort of have to prise their fingers open to get the axe in. And I hate doing it because, like I said, you're clumsy and you end up breaking something. Oh, that's so tight. How the fuck am I going to get that in there? There we go. Please don't break. Jesus Christ. I'm still not done it now. There we go. Wow, that was a little scary, to be honest. That was, yeah, the grip on that was really tight. Oh shit. I forgot I was wearing face paint and I've just rubbed my face. So yeah, I mean, I remember as a kid and you'd have like action figures and stuff, and their grip would be so damn tight to get the weapons in, and you'd end up like breaking the hands trying to get the weapons in. That nearly happened then, but luckily it's not an action figure, it is a statue, so I'll only have to do that once. But here we have Male Eivor, and he's the standalone statue, and I don't think it looks quite as impressive as female Eivor, just because it's not as an impressive pose. You know, this is like a Viking charging into battle, and this is I've been in battle and here are my spoils of war pose. It's not that like less impressive at all, it's just a different vibe, I feel. And we've got the helmet there, great detail on that, lots of little intricate bits. One of the things I liked about Odyssey is that although you could wear a headpiece, you could make it invisible so you could see the character underneath. So you still got the stats from it, you just didn't have the sort of visibility of, you know, a horrible helmet over the character's face. I hope we see hoods, and I believe we do, because there's a hood on the back of his cloak there. Again, lots of beautiful detail on the back of the shirt. Lots of nice stitching work there. Little hearts on one of the belts there. Nice texture there. Again, the cape is absolutely beautiful. It's the same. Again, they're the same person, just male and female. Like I said, the axe is different. Lots of each individual coin in the chest is sort of engraved with the same level of detail. I like that. The chest itself is very detailed. You know, this is a nice statue. You know, I would have preferred if it was taller, I'll be honest, but for the height it is, the level of detail is absolutely stunning. You know, like I said, the beard, very cool. The plait, the hair, the tattoo on the side of his face, the texture on the hood, on the shirt, you know, we've got the hidden blade here as well. All very cool features. And I can't wait to dive in and get playing. So that is Male Eivor and female Eivor. Both very cool. I'm glad I've got them both, you know, they can go either side of the TV or whatever while I'm playing. I really like that. And I will definitely be playing as both characters, but for me, I feel maybe Male Eivor just has the edge. I'll probably start off playing as him. But I have seen trailers of both characters, they both look very cool. So, last but not least, I ordered one more thing. And I ordered this later on because what I did was, for what I paid for this, I'm happy, but I wouldn't have paid this at full price. But from Ubisoft, and you will know if you play the games or have ordered from the Ubisoft store before, that when you make purchases, you get Ubisoft points or coins. It doesn't say how much I paid, but so I used the points and the coins that I spent with this. Like I said, this was 180, this was 50, and I used my Ubisoft points that I spent on the collector's edition and the standalone statue, and I went back and bought the hidden blade. And with the hidden blade, I was able to get 20% off, I believe. And so it should have been 60 or 50, I think. I think it was 50. And I managed to get it for 40. So I thought that was pretty good. And I don't mind paying it, and I don't know how I'm going to display it, but, you know, I haven't decided yet, but we'll see. I really like it, though. So I know one of the collector's pieces from Odyssey, you could get Leonidas' spear, and I thought that was very cool. So, on the box we have nothing new, Assassin's Creed logos around the side. On the back it sort of explains about the locking system, the blade release system. This is quite an interesting hidden blade, I think. It's very different. I mentioned in the trailer that this was the first time they'd done a top-mounted blade rather than a forearm blade, but someone did correct me and say that they had done the top-mounted blade before in the first Blades DLC, but I didn't actually get that, so I wasn't aware at the time. But wow, okay, this is very cool, and this is the first hidden blade I've ever bought. I've always wanted one because they're cool as fuck, but I've never actually bought one before because they can be a bit pricey. But, you know, if you're like into cosplaying or whatever, I think this is really cool. And it's quite weighty. It's really quite heavy. Ooh, wow, okay. There we go. Okay. So yeah, it's quite heavy. It's not as, I'll say it's not as cheap looking as I thought it would be. I was expecting like a lot less good build quality, I guess. But yeah, it's quite weighty. It's really nice. This is like silicone. I mean, the straps aren't leather or anything. They're like rubber, along with this. You know, the gauntlet itself is like rubber or silicone as well, which you expect it to be like leather or leatherette at least, but I guess if we're just going for display purposes or how it looks, it's not a big deal. You know, like these little jewels and things, they're just painted on, they're not actually like stuck on or anything, they're just sort of part of the mold, and that's how they're stuck on. But let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so it velcros as well. And which arm do they wear it on? They wear it on the left, so let's try and not mess this up. There we go. We sort of mount it around the top, and then hook the straps back in. And I mean, I'm not a big guy. I'm quite short, and so I don't know how. Okay, these go quite tight. If you're actually wanting it to wear this for a practical use, I think it'd fit, you know, any sort of build. So the one thing that concerns me is because the straps are like rubber and not, say, you know, leatherette, is that if I were to sort of pull this tight enough, would it snap? Will it perish over time? I mean, I don't have the answer to these questions right now, but they are definitely questions I have, so, you know, worthwhile bearing in mind. I don't know. Again, I've never had a hidden blade before, so I don't know. I have nothing to compare it to, but, you know, I've always wanted one. I've always liked them, but they can be quite pricey, so I've never had one before, but I'm fully excited to have this one. And as far as hidden blades go, is it the coolest hidden blade? I don't know. I guess that's a personal preference. Me, I've always liked Edward's blade in Black Flag. There's a nice little bit of like fur coming out the top here, as would be in, you know, sort of Viking times, but it's really cool. It makes me feel like a bit of a badass. So how does this work? Let's try not to stab myself. I assume that maybe retracts it. Should have read the instructions, shouldn't I? Let's read the instructions, shall we? It says if we push the green button in, it should come out, but it wasn't doing. Spring-loaded retractable blade, and again, I'm assuming the blade's like foam. Yeah, it's not sharp at all, so you can't injure yourself. It says I'm supposed to press that in, and the blade's supposed to pop out, but it's not doing. What's that back there? Locking. Oh, locking system. So is that locked it? Okay, okay. There's a little locking button around there that stops it coming out, and that just sort of, it's like a little switch that just goes side to side, I think. So hopefully now when we press it, yeah, very cool. And yeah, this is like, I think, okay, it's plastic inside, and then it's like foam around the outside. So obviously you can't hurt yourself or, you know, poke someone's eye out or do any real damage with that. But yeah, and then we'll just push that back in, and then you can lock it again from there. So, oh no, so it doesn't come out. But did that do it? Nope, I've done it now. I mean, I can't imagine why you'd. There we go. Right, okay, there we go. So yeah, there's a locking mechanism to stop you accidentally knocking the button there to get it out, and then you can unlock it and fire that out like that, and that's fucking cool, I gotta admit. I mean, I doubt I'm ever gonna really wear it or anything unless I do decide to do like an Eivor cosplay, but I really like that. It has no practical use whatsoever, it's just fucking cool. It doesn't have anything to like display it, so there's no like display stand or anything, so I might get like a fake arm or something to display it on, but it's really fucking cool. I like it. It's very good. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't want to pay 50 for it, but 40 is not too bad, and I guess if you can get it even cheaper, even better. But I do have one other Assassin's Creed Gauntlet, and that is actually like leather. So, in comparison, the quality isn't quite as good, but on sort of a, you know, a distance, it looks fucking cool. And yeah, I absolutely love it. So that is all the Assassin's Creed Valhalla bits I picked up for the release. Hidden Blade should be 50, I got it for 40 with my Ubisoft points. We've got Male Eivor Statue, that cost me £50, and we have the Female Eivor Statue that was £180 with the collector's edition. I can't wait to jump into the game. I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope it's not a flop. I hope it doesn't tank. I know they had some issues with the director being fired and stuff like that, and it's unpleasant, but hopefully it hasn't affected the game at all or the gameplay at all. I think we're going to start playing on PS4 on the channel. Then what I'm going to do is I'm maybe going to upgrade digitally to the PS5, and then we're maybe going to play PS5 on the channel and maybe see the sort of, if there's any like graphics differences or if it runs a little smoother, those kind of things. I'm looking forward to doing that and having this journey with you. So thanks very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. There is a link in the description for Retro Liquor merch, and me, Eivor, and Eivor, we'll see you later!